everyone!
Future Gracial here speaking. As you can see, I have finished my graphic design course, but before we get to that bit of life, we have to go back quite a bit. In early March, I got sick, and that was a foreshadowing of how many times I would get sick until I handed in my last submission. And as you can probably hear by my voice, currently right now, I got sick again after submission. During the specific moment in time, I remember I was set to finish my submission for a D&AD submission. However, speaking with my tutor, I realized that I was missing certain aspects of the brief, what they were asking me to do, and that's what led me to do various experiments for this one specific brief that I decided to do. And honestly, it brought me great joy because I did a lot of photography, a lot of videos. I even did a whole photo shoot with my friends.
Good morning! I haven't spoken to you guys in such a long time. Honestly, this past week has been so creative and also very stressful. But today, I am taking some photo shoot and videos of my friends for my third campaign. My third project, actually. But it's so nice, except there's no sun and it's very cloudy. But the birds make up for it.
Your turn. Let's go. This is Mehak. She's done with hers. Say hi. That's the third contender we were talking about. Huh?
Still filming?
I turned up. Yeah.
Oh, but are you sure it's recording though? Cause
what? Yeah. Well, it says REC.
Oh yeah.
I ain't that dumb. So our fourth contender is Mr. Shivarami, looking so cute because she needed a boy photo shoot, and she very kindly requested me, so I had to say yes. They are gossiping, guys. They're gossiping about me. See the about me.
No.
What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? See, I told about me. I'm telling you. Not rude. See, rude people. Aww.
Fair enough. I don't want to spell her. You don't hear anything, and now you think you're hearing your name.
See, there's a couple over there, but we won't zoom. They're having their private moment. There's another old couple over there. So this is basically what she got us here for. Yo, how do you like?
Lift up the
We're supposed to do some hand movement. Miss Director. Miss Art Director is directing. That's the hand movement we have to do. What happened? Woof. Women at work. Let's go. Now I'm just blabbering. Woo. Do you want to tell us what we're doing here today?
We're filming for Grace Shell. She's told us absolutely nothing of what she wants, so we've come.
That's true.
We're trying to help. Found out we could have probably got picnic blankets.
Yeah, oh my god, exactly. That's why we're gonna stand all day because of her. This is her setup, and I think it looks so cool. Miss Professional. And that's our view.
There's the tweeting birds up there.
As if I could zoom on that, babe. See? I know more.
You were pressing the screen. She was going like it's an iPhone.
You're coming in the vlog. Look at ma'am being a professional. Woo! Giving instructions.
Right there, right there. Wait, and this is a zoom in.
That's Poppy. And that's me. It's 9:30 AM and she has called us early. For me, it feels like 9:30. I'm not joking.
It's lunchtime.
Zooming on my ass, babe. She's like, zooming. Look at the angle. Massive struggle.
No, like this. We'll do it till we get it right.
Of hand modeling is happening over here.
Guys,
we're two destructive kids. Shade, she looks so nice, yeah.
Bring your
cool. Bye, Ma'am, director, are you happy with the models?
Yeah.
She got very irritated in the mirror. I must tell you that. She's like, I'm done with these guys, bro.
The next day, early morning, me and my friend came and we took some videos. I had this idea in my mind of the signature on hand logo to come out from like behind different various places that I scouted beforehand.
I feel like my fingers. I didn't know it would come out bad. Did it come out bad? No, that was honestly perfect.
I was really happy in my final year in graphic design that all these ideas that I had in regards to my briefs, I was able to execute them. It took a while, but I eventually got there, and it made me truly happy that all these things I visualized in my head, I was able to create them somehow. That's how I can see I'm gonna be able to improve on my skill. Is like I have this idea and I try my best to execute it somehow to build on those skills.
I'm so happy it's coming out the way I want it. You see, I'm a good assistant.
Same day of filming the video, I asked another guy friend of mine to come so I can take pictures of him as well, and I took pictures of my friend as well. And then after that, we were hungry, so we just went to a nice Asian place to eat afterwards. This was one of my last experiments I did for the ombre from D&AD, and honestly I think this was one of my most fun ones to do. I did a at-home studio just to experiment, and mind you, while I was doing all of this, I was still sick from the whole week. However, I still had to push myself to get these experiments done. This brief especially, I already had something in mind I was gonna do, but when speaking with my tutor, I think I mentioned before, suddenly I realized some parts I was missing. I did a lot of research and I thought of a lot of ideas on how to execute it, so now it was just to do all these various experiments that I had. For this specific experiment, I researched on their Instagram. For a lot of their campaigns, they use their body a lot in a way of expressing themselves, and I wanted to create letters with my body as a form of lettering for the campaign. And honestly, this was very stressful because I was going back and forth, and I didn't realize until later that I could have a remote control on my phone. But yeah, this experiment was definitely interesting.
Why do I have on orange socks? I just realized. Oh, this is a lot of work.
We move into the second project of mine. This one I'm the most happy the way it turned out. In a previous video of mine, I'll put it up here, I went and I shadowed a teacher of mine, took videos, photographs, and even interviewed her, and I ended up putting it into a booklet, and I was so happy how it turned out. I had issues with this one just for the printing of it. It got printed wrong 2 times, and then the 3rd time was a charm, so I finally was able to bind it together. And I also had lots and lots of experiments with the front cover of embossing it, laser cutting it.
Stay asleep instead. Ooh.
Decided to use a misprint to test out what thread, how I would bind it together. So in the end, it was a happy mistake that it wasn't printed correctly in the beginning. I think this day I tested out the different threads and what would look best with the front cover, the pages. I went through all the colors that felt the most handmade and earth tones. By this time already, I had created my main book, which was the green one. Haven't done that one. I realized I wanted to create a different one, adding a title, changing up the laser cut, and as well the embossing, and different to how I did the first one, and even incorporating the color of clay. The same day I binded my second book, I went downstairs to do a letterpress experiment, creating the title for the second book based from letterpress. However, this was very tedious and it was stressing me out, and I honestly didn't have the patience that day. I really didn't. I think this was coming down closer to when I had my submissions for various things, and I think it was a nice experiment. However, I was like, let me not make my life even more difficult than it is. I think just printing out the title is better than me letterpressing it.
best part of my day. Just one look at your face, and I'll know that
When the time had rolled around for us to do our graphic design photo shoot day, I had only finished my first brief. The other ones were in the works to finish, however I didn't have my physicals, and as you will see in my next video and the other video how I completed that and I was able to take those pictures myself. This was an in-between vlog of all the creative things I did leading up to my final deadlines that I have coming in my next 2 videos, and I'm so happy I vlogged all these memories.
What do you want to say about
About what?
like your photo shoot?
We've taken about 100 photos and I approximately like 3.